What up, yo?
Oh, shoot. Nothing on the road coming back from Florida.
Oh, yeah, how everything went?
It was good. It was good. It was good.
Oh, yeah?
I've been driving about 7 hours. Yeah.
Y'all went to Miami?
Nah, I went down to St. Augustine.
Oh, yeah, St. Augustine.
Down there. Kicking it. Down there kicking it. But we'll be back at the house. Look like we're 30 minutes from the crib now. So I say, shoot, let me go ahead and go ahead and jump in. That way I'm already hooked up. I ain't got a battle to try to get in.
Yeah, you know what I mean, man. I was just changing my toilet in my bathroom.
Yeah?
Yeah, just changing my toilet, so shit, I had to cut that goddamn thing, cut that damn, what you call it off. And,
Flange?
yeah, the water inlet.
Oh, that. Okay. You got to put another, what, you put a sharp bite or something on it?
I did a compression. That shark bite went whole. I got that shit wet as hell.
So you use a compression?
The compression shit, they got a new compression. You just push it on and they lock on.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a copper pipe that came out.
It was copper pipe already there.
You got to cut that and then put the.
Yeah, just push the compression on.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's different. How it seal?
Shit, they just said it just sealed. You don't even twist nothing. You don't ain't nothing. Like I was looking for the damn screw nut. Shit, I was like, man, I know it's a screw on here. Man, they don't sold me this shit. I took one back. Shit, that bitch, they like, man, you just push it on. I was like, well, damn. Yeah, it's sealed. Ain't nothing to twist. Ain't nothing to do nothing. You just push that bitch on.
Okay. Where you get the toilet from?
Home Depot.
This is your personal bathroom or your guest bathroom?
My personal bathroom. I ain't really even started working on the bathroom. I got a goddamn $300 water bill. That shit made me get on that shit.
Oh, it was running or something?
Hell yeah.
You can like get a plumber's receipt and get the money back, or something they give you like a credit.
For real?
Show them where you fix the problem. Yeah, they get it back.
Oh shit.
I give it out all the time with the tenants and all that. You'll make a right at the next light. Next traffic light past Publix.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you can get your money, Bubba. Trust me, man. Trust me. Get your money.
Yeah, I got it. What you call it? Shit. And I finished the goddamn. I finished the hall. I gotta do one more coat on the hall, and then go back and trim all the trim and shit. I gotta find me a Mexican man. I ain't fucking with these folks. I gotta find me a Mexican man. Come over here. Shit. All you gotta do is put him down.
What's the next play?
Man, shit. I had one black dude cause he talking about 4,000. I said, man, you crazy.
That includes the material too?
No. I told her I'm buying the material. Shit. 4,000.
That's just for the top floor?
Yeah, that's just for the top floor. Man, shit, you crazy, man. $4,000.
I don't even know. I really can't say nothing because I don't even know if that's right or not. I spent so much money on my rehab. I don't even know if that's right or wrong.
Well, I'm a little
I want to say that was high, but then again, I said, well, shoot, let me hold up because I don't even know.
I mean,
I don't even know.
I look at it, I'm looking at it from the label standpoint. All I need you to do is pull it out, put it down. And you give me $4 worth of labor, cool. It take you about a week, 8 hours a day, 5 days. That makes sense. $25, $30 an hour. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's a clumping, if you got a clumping, I understand it might be $50 an hour. But shit, you just a dude that I know that do flooring. Can't give you no $4,000.
I want to truck. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah.
Next Play Investors. What's the next play?
Man, I've been, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hold on one second, hold on one second. Welcome to Next Play Investors. How y'all doing, man? Oh man, it's been a good week, man. We've been kind of getting a lot of stuff done, and we just definitely want to make sure y'all in the place to have a good time. This is a weekly event, man, where we talk about investments and all kinds of different things. So I just want to give everybody a chance to say hello, 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 man. We moving in some different directions. Been a crazy year. We in a recession, so we just getting together, man, trying to keep it going and try to figure out what we going next. So I mean, definitely like y'all tuning in and just being able to see what we're doing and actually going on. Let's get over and get everybody involved and see what's happening next.
Market, bro. Of course, when I went to Arizona, I'm sitting next to
Yeah.
the big wigs and stuff that make all the decisions as far as forecasts and stuff for the direction of the company and everything. And bro, these jokers, I was like, okay, cool. These jokers have already look, taking money, have already got money that's going to last all the way to the third quarter of next year, as far as building houses. They've already got money allocated that's given to them
What?
by the builders. Yeah. So, and some of them say that the building industry, they don't think it's even going to slow down right now. In some
They got the
states,
money
yeah.
already. Right.
Yeah, in some states they say it will, but Georgia's not one of them. Georgia, Florida, Dallas, no, they don't expect them to slow down at
Oh, yeah.
all.
They said, you know what? At the boom,
Huh?
Austin, Texas, yeah, they got, I think Tesla, Google, and Amazon all building factories.
Mm-hmm.
They are all the way up and running in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a strong spot, strong place. So
Yep. So I was like, okay.
they'll learn. Stay on the road. Yeah, stay on the road. Yeah, keep that in mind. Stay on the road.
Yeah, they doing their thing, man.
Say that again. Give me that one more time. Yeah, I heard something, but I had to hear it again. Say that
Had to hear
again.
what?
What y'all just said again? One more time.
Oh, when I was in Arizona last week, I was with the guys that make the the big wigs, the ones that have the projections and everything. And I was informed they've already taken, they already been paid for home building materials all the way up to the third quarter of next year.
Oh wow.
So at least I know what the company that I'm doing work for will still be rolling all the way to the third quarter of next year so far. And they're saying that, that only certain states probably will slow down, but they are still going to be building a little bit. But Georgia's not one of them. Georgia, Florida, Texas, and there are a few more. Charlotte, North Carolina, they're still going to be building. So needs to say, they're going to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, we talked about this last week in that we have too many big projects coming down the legislative pipeline that are going to keep a lot of these, let's just call them tax beneficial or tax independent states going. Everything from gigafactories to here we mentioned. I told you about my friend who's got some properties right by the Mercedes Center, and there is so much not projected, but it's already in progress. All this development around the World Cup. So there's so many things.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, there's so many things that are coming down the pike. They really can't let the forthcoming or upcoming or in the middle of recession stop all the things that are going on already in many of these states. So yeah, there might be some states that take the brunt of it, but those are states that, I hate to put it, but those are states that people are already moving out of.
True. And that's what they were saying, that it's a migration of, certain states that people are moving to, and Georgia's actually one of them. So that does affect, the building industry. So, but also that in return, on the backside of that nickel, it presents opportunities in other states also. So, eventually it will,
Well, one of the biggest things that I've seen is the fact that Atlanta's not slowing down at all. I see a lot of companies actually still moving here. I don't think that's going to be a big issue. But what I want to say is the Mississippi thing that we've been looking into and working on,
yeah.
they're actually in an uptick. So the
Yeah.
one of the houses that my friend she bought, her house has actually appreciated without actually being fixed yet. You know what I mean? And so they're actually experiencing an uptick um in the housing prices. I'm sorry, I can't even
Yeah.
get it out right now. And so it's really interesting for me because I'm like, damn, man, we gotta miss this because I got one house that I already got bought out of that we bought what you call it when we went down there. The people paid their taxes. I thought I was gonna get a little cheap house, but that one didn't work out. Uh, and so it's one of those situations where this is an interesting thought process that you're talking about because I totally understand that this is gonna be different in a couple really like the next year is gonna be really different.
I'm actually I'm looking closer at that same deal you talking about,
Hmm.
Franco. I'm thinking about taking a trip down there and look and see what I can pick up. And it's not just the homes. I'm looking for land.
Well, they got plenty
Um,
of land.
yeah, I'm looking for land because I also am trying to plan a trip out there for the little homes you're talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking another look out there at those too. I didn't get a chance when I was out there in Arizona the first time, but I'll just take an individual trip out there, fly out there, take a look at them, and then come on back. But you know, um, I think basically it's a solid idea of what I'm thinking about doing anyway. So, um,
I'll tell you what, though, guys. I wouldn't necessarily compare like Arizona to Mississippi because it's almost like comparing um, first world, countries to emerging markets, and that's why Franco said what he just said a minute ago, in that yeah, there's places out there that you're buying now that you haven't put a dime into them and they're still going up in value. That's because people are now trying to figure out where to throw money at because there's no other places to throw it. The stock market is we just had this conversation, last week, and that I'm just saving it. So they're running out of places to throw that money. So they are looking at within our own country, there are emerging markets, places like Mississippi, places like huge swaths of land in central Texas. And you take that, you compound it with the whole sales tax thing, not sales tax, but income tax thing that you ain't got to worry about with Texas and with Florida. And they're looking for places where they can put money, and why not take a place like some of these places in Mississippi, some of these places like North Carolina. And there's also my friend's been throwing some things at me. There's still depressed places, outside of Detroit and outside of Ohio and places like that that have some of those same situations with property that's been abandoned, that's been tax abandoned, things like that, places that you can buy up. So there's always some of these deals and things like that to be made, but just making those deals doesn't mean that everything magically comes together and comes up roses. So
I don't know if you were here that for that session. Were you present when Franco was telling us about down there at Jackson State?
yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get.
He's
I'm
saying
trying.
that,
I want to get work done with the student housing situation.
exactly. And he's saying that what he was saying was that there's property down there that has already going up.
Yeah.
Is that a correct statement, Franco?
Correct.
That people have bought it, they ain't stuck a dime in it, they've done no rehab, but it's already going up. And that's because dollars are starting to flood that area because people are looking to invest.
Yeah. Well, that's fine with me. They can invest.
Man, if you're first down there, if you've got the first set of dollars down there, you could very well make a little chunk of change by just buying stuff down there, just buying up people's taxes and then reselling it. And then you ain't got to stick a dime into rehab. And you've
Oh
made
no, I'm not looking at rehab. It's a whole nother avenue I'm looking at trying to do.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I hear
about
you.
rehab last
I'm talking about rehab because that's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about rehab because Sam is actually talking about buying for student housing, but I'm talking about buying houses for rehab for student housing. So we talking about kind of the same thing. It's just the simple fact that he's trying to buy it done. I'm trying to buy it the cheap way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy it in my budget. He's buying it in his budget. We're just buying it in two different ways.
That's all. Yep. That's it.
Gotcha.
That is it.
Yep. So that's it. That's it. I mean, but it's one of those things that as I was looking around. Go ahead, Stacey. You
No, I was
No,
just buying
Stacey.
some real estate. Okay.
Say what? Stacey on the road, man. Hey.
Stacey ain't he I don't know what he doing.
He said something about some real estate, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, hey, any success stories for the day, man? I mean, for the week,
I got a great success story. My son did a launch of his t-shirt brand. He taught me something myself. The guy did a launch. He did a 2-week launch for a shirt that he created. He wound up selling over 50 shirts in 2 weeks, and it's a crazy thing because he's dropping another shirt tomorrow, and it was crazy. He right now we finna buy the machine that actually prints directly to printers, because now he showed me that he can actually make money with these print shirts. So we're gonna be starting, like, we were doing research now to try to find a direct to garment printer, but we've been looking at it for a while. But the fact that I realized that we are dinosaurs.
Yeah.
These kids are accustomed to paying high prices. My son just sold 50 shirts for $40 a piece. Now it's costing a little bit more right now because we can't print the type of shirts. We can't print the type of shirts that he's actually selling right now. So that's why we're trying to buy the printer that can do it to cut out the middleman, because we're paying a little bit extra high. Well, he's paying a little bit extra higher price, because he's buying it from somebody else and getting them to make them for. But the craziest part is these youngsters, like, we gotta. The success story is the shirts, but the youngsters are okay with the high prices. Like, for some reason, these 17, 18-year-old friends of his think $40 is okay for a t-shirt.
Yeah. It is.
And we're like, man, that's a lot of money for a shirt, but we're really getting old, because as I keep looking at, like, man, I feel so great now. My success story is my son coming back around and really getting to know the young people again.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see that we think things are so expensive because we in it, but to them, it's like, man, this is nothing. Like, this is nothing. Like, so when we talk about these houses and we talk about all this, my success story is I see it full hand now, because I have a 17-year-old in my house, and I get a chance to see how the young people think again. Like, without all the programming that we have as adults, I get a chance to see how the young people think again, man, and it's really amazing.
Yeah. That is it. That's true. Me and my wife were talking about that this weekend. Same thing is that gap between the way we were raised and the way that they're raised. I said, and I think about it, say about another generation, there won't be any, like, there'll be just like blurred lines really far as racism and stuff like that, because my kids right now, they don't see any color in anything really. They think they're just equal, so
What the shirt looks like? Can we see an example?
I'll show it to y'all. Hold
Uh,
on. Give me a second. Y'all keep talking. I have to come back. I have to,
Okay. Any other success stories? Anybody else?
Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Oh,
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
Tubman.
Nicole.
what's up, Nicole?
What's up with the
Sequester.
success story? Sequester.
Hey, it's
I
a
don't have
question.
any. Hey. I don't have any.
You don't have any?
Mm-mm. I don't have a success story, but I went to New Orleans for my birthday. It's crazy.
Oh,
What
oh,
happened?
New Orleans is
This is my
crazy.
favorite city. Did you enjoy yourself?
It's crazy there.
Was that your
What you
first time
mean?
there?
What? Explain
Oh, I'm sorry.
what you mean by crazy.
It's just so open there. Just oh
What
my
you
God.
mean
With
open?
marijuana is decentralized, and it's just
That is lighten them up, ain't they?
just rolling, just sitting on the side of the street. It's amazing. When I'm just like, what?
Amazing. Is anybody working or everybody blazed?
Everybody drinking and blazed and I guess working.
Yeah, that was my experience. Months ago.
I guess they work it. A lot of people were out on their lunch break. You can tell it on their lunch break.
So I guess the jobs aren't drug testing, because if it's like that's legal, then they can't be drug tested for that. That's one of the things that gotta be.
Where were you at on Bourbon Street? Talking about Bourbon Street?
Yeah, all
Went to
around
Bourbon-
there. The French
Yeah.
Quarter. Yeah, we stayed at about 15 minutes walking because we didn't want to stay. I didn't want to, we didn't want to stay in the midst of that because they loud. They all night. So I'm ready to go to bed. I don't want to have to be in all of that. So,
So they stay drunk all night. Sequester.
when it get dark, it get live.
It get lit.
It get live there. It's crazy. You can drink in the streets there. So
You ain't drinking the streets, did you?
no, I don't do that. I don't drink.
Oh,
or
okay.
Look at you,
smoke.
Sequester. You was doing the right. Let me tell you, Sequester,
I don't
if you ever go to Mardi Gras,
I do want to go,
well,
but
let
I
me
don't want
tell
to go
you-
on that day. I can go, so you can go before then. I'd rather do that.
Let me tell you, it is an experience.
Sure.
I've been to Mardi Gras
Yeah.
3 times there. It's
Nicole 3 times.
3 times. 3 times.
What you was doing? Getting those beads.
I was with my ex-boyfriend. He was allowing me to get the beads.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
That was in my
Allowing you?
that was in my
Allowing
drinking
you?
days.
Oh, okay.
That's when I was a little still wild.
To me, it's okay if you don't drink and smoke. They do have other stuff.
Yeah.
But at night, it get live at night. It
Uh-huh.
get live.
And Sequester, the Essence Festival is very nice too. So that would be something
Yeah,
nice to
my
hear.
cousin was telling me, she was like, she done been like 2 or 3 times, and she was telling us that y'all need to go.
Yeah,
When
it's
is the
nice.
Essence Festival?
It's normally like the 4th of July weekend.
Oh, that's already passed then, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Look at what you say, Reg?
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
Reggie, what does that mean?
Essence Festival, Mardi Gras.
I do it all, baby. I do it all. Let me tell
When
you,
you're talking about
Yeah,
church,
but y'all talking about spending money.
oh God, it's always some type of rebuttal, huh?
Well, it's my birthday, and that's what I wanted to do. So
I
Yeah,
hear
you're
you.
like
You're
Sequester.
right, Sequester. For your birthday, you supposed to do what you do.
You're supposed to do it any day. It doesn't matter if it's your birthday or not. You're supposed to live your
We
life.
ain't talking
yeah,
about
get them beads. Get them beads.
That's right, Reggie. Get the beat.
we ain't
Look
talking
at
about
that. Get them beads.
The beat, Sequester.
All right, man. All right, I hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't let the man talk you into getting them beads, Sequester.
I don't have any beads. I didn't come back with them. That was not my point. That was not the purpose or point of me going to New Orleans.
Sequester, you could have went into the gift shop and bought you some
Yeah, you
beads.
could. And
No,
bought them.
no,
I don't want no beads.
Let she who has not earned beads cast the first stone here.
Hey, you got a picture of that shirt, man?
Yeah,
You got
I'm
this-
bringing it. I have I'm trying to find one of just the shirt. He sent me the what you call. I got people in the shirt. But I don't have. I'm gonna show y'all just the shirt because the front of it has something on the front and the back.
Okay.
So I'm actually pulling it up now. I'm actually pulling it up now, and I'm gonna show y'all. But
I finally got my rental properties in Savannah done and got them listed on the market. So
You got any
this is the first
pictures of
time I've ever
those?
used a real estate agent to list a rental property. So this is gonna be new for me.
Yeah, I know you got pictures of them online and stuff, but
Yes, Stacey, that property looks really good.
Yeah, I'm nervous though.
Why?
Because this is the first time ever using someone else.
Oh,
to rent it.
Yeah, to rent it. So you have no control. You giving your control
that's
basically to
smooth.
someone else.
oh,
That's smooth. Who's that? Future on that shirt?
Future.
yeah, so he took Future. Because the craziest part is, he broke this down to me, man. And I'm gonna let Stacey finish and now keep going. Go ahead, Stacey.
No, that was pretty much it. It's the first time I've ever used a real estate agent to market a rental property, and you know, you don't know, you just never know. That's all.
Yeah.
You don't know how they're gonna do it.
So how you gonna so why did you have to use a real estate agent to do a rental property?
You don't have to, but the reason why I did is because it's a new area. It's 3.5 hours away. That's number 2. And this particular agent has a property across the street she has listed, and she has about 40 properties in that particular neighborhood that she manages. So he told me she already had a list of tenants, a waiting list, and I just thought it would be easier to do it that way.
Makes sense.
But
Definitely makes sense.
It's still early, right? It makes sense, but it's still early in the game. I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay.
But they did a good job with the pictures. They did do that so far. Did a good job.
That's what's up.
So,
okay.
Looking forward to it. But now on to
the shirt.
Franco shirt.
So yeah, so this is the shirt that he actually produced. On the back of it, it said it had something else on the back of it, and I could actually show it to you because he did a full photo shoot. But this is what they were doing, and it was basically a situation like these are the up and coming shirts that he gonna be doing, and all these shirts. But he put me up on game as far as how they can use anybody can use public images to actually for anything they want because because once you put your face in public and you become a public, what they call a public image, anybody can use it as long as it doesn't defame or degrade a person. So that's it's so crazy because now you got to get into trademarking yourself. Like that's how you can actually stop it because once you trademark yourself, like, and that's another thing that we got into. But this is part of the photo shoot right here. Like these are the two people that were actually, he did a whole photo shoot for it. You know what I mean? And so these shirts, he sold 50 of these shirts already. And on the back of them, they basically they say winning without you. And so it's just interesting to kind of see how it all works and how everything actually done because here's the reel of them actually doing the photo shoot. You know what I mean? And so it's really interesting to actually see all the different things about it as far as how the youngsters are actually really into all this stuff and they're always looking for stuff to actually have and actually to be able to actually buy and their budget is so much bigger in their mind than ours. Like they're constantly looking at spending money that ain't even theirs. And so you go back and look at when you was a kid, you used to spend your people money. You know what I mean? and that's just where it's at now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just the circle is going over again. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like 50 young kids found a way to spend $40 on a t-shirt. So,
that's nice, Franco. That's good.
Yeah.
What that last shirt at the bottom, like with that's the unique print, like with the with the people backs to each other is so what's on the back of that shirt, like having someone's back?
No, I don't have all of them here. He got them stored on his laptop. I have to see what's on them because he created all of them himself. I hadn't had anything to do with it, so I don't know what's on the back of it. It's
Yeah,
whatever
that's a
he
nice
decides.
design. That's really good. How old is he?
17.
Yeah, that's
What's
good.
up?
Yeah, that's dope. Like, yeah.
So I mean, and so it's really interesting now to find out. Like, man, shoot, I'm gonna get we finna get a direct to garment printer. We're gonna be able to print clothes and everything.
That's good.
That's
So,
what's up.
That's what's up.
So So what's been
Yeah.
going on in investment news, y'all? What y'all don't learn?
Bruh. Man, y'all want to hear some news? Y'all want to hear some news?
Good news.
False prophets, false rallies.
Hey, I'm letting you know right now. Top news of the day. Berkshire Hathaway. Y'all want to hear about him?
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
He bought a petroleum company. He bought an oil company, basically. He didn't buy it, but as it stands right now, he owns like 19% of it. So he spent $11 billion he invested in this oil company. And he's had dealings in this oil company once or twice before already. So he just put $11 billion into this oil company. And the reason it was only $11 billion is because he didn't want to go over 20% stake of the company. That way he doesn't get all these red flag. Well, he doesn't have to pay all these other taxes and stuff, because then he's like partial owner of it. He just right under that. So he did that for strategic reasons. And I just thought that was interesting because actually the company is only selling for $61.03. The stock ticker number is OXY. Occidental Petroleum is what it's called.
So he bought 20% of it to.
He bought 19% of it.
19%. That's interesting.
Yeah, he
that's
stayed.
interesting because of the simple fact that if he bought 19%, I wonder what stipulations if you own more than 20% of a company. I wonder that's something I want to go look into. Because if
He got to show reports of earnings and everything. It's something to where now he doesn't have to do that, so he stayed underneath that. He don't have to go through all that paperwork. So, and another story, man, off of that one, of Warren Buffett. Remember last week we was talking about the infrastructure, about the EV cars and their charging stations and all that.
Yep.
Well, guess what?
What's that?
General Motors has teamed up with Pilot, or the Flying J's. If you've been on the road, everybody's pulled into a Pilot gas station or Flying J. It's a travel center. You go in there, the truck drivers use it to shower and all this stuff. A lot of people stop at them. Well, General Motors has teamed up with them and a company called Evo, and they're going to build from one side of the country to the other one to relieve what they call, EV charging stress or whatever it is, anxiety. So you will have a charging station just about every 50 miles, period.
I told
you. And the companies, I got the stock ticker is EVGO. The stock right now is at 804. So this company is slated to build charging stations from coast to coast. All of it is through Pilot gas stations and Flying J. They're owned by the same people, and General Motors. They're looking for government backing also to help along with that. So they might go east and west, north and south. So it's on the way. So, and I thought this company was pretty reasonable since they're spearheading the whole thing. The price point is a good buying price point. I hadn't did my research, so You guys got to do your own research of how old this company is, you know, how much it's worth and everything. But like I said, the stock ticker is EVGO and it's at 804. All right. Y'all got that? Oh, I guess ain't nobody listening.
Yeah,
but
no,
anyway.
I got it. I had to write it down.
All right. The next story, man, is Amazon acquisitions, bro. Amazon doing his things low key, man. Y'all don't know. I didn't know it.
They running.
Bro,
Seen that?
Amazon is doing their thing. I didn't know Amazon was doing this, but Amazon just bought a medical health company. Period.
Do y'all
It's
know
called
why?
It's called One Life Healthcare. It's called Med One, and they acquired it for $3.9 billion. Don't really know why they bought it, but I mean, it makes sense considering that they have all these employees and what's called. But once I started doing my research on